I'm on another exciting worm farming adventure. Would you like to see what I'm doing? Welcome to White Davy Gardening and Worm Farm. I went and got myself 6 more of these breeding trays. Sorry, not 6, but 10 more of these breeding trays. So all of the trays that I got previously, they are being used as breeder bins. So in them I have anywhere between 100 to 500 worms, and I said that I would allow the worms to stay in those bins for 6 weeks. Now the purpose of those bins are to build my worm breed. Now these 10 bins that I just got, they serve a different purpose. Yes, they're going to be building the worm breed, but not the same as the other bin. So what I'm doing here is, in the previous bin I have shredded cardboard and shredded paper as my bedding. In these bins, the 10 that I just got, I have here as my bedding is cocoa coir, and I get my cocoa coir from a friend who runs a store that sells Jamaican produce. So this is not cocoa coir that has been processed or anything of the sort. So it comes with all the fibers, just as it is when you strip it off the coconut. So what I did was sifted it. So all those stringy fibers I'm going to be using to grow my aloe vera plants. But then the sifted portion, I combine it here with compost, finished compost. So this is going to be the bedding for the worms. It's also going to be the food for the worms. They are occasionally going to be getting food scraps as well. So I already portioned out all of the bedding in all the containers. So each of these 10 bins are going to get 100 worms. 100 mature worms, and I try to look for the larger ones and not the smaller mature worms, because the larger mature worms produce more eggs and they produce bigger eggs. The bigger the eggs, the more chances that you will get more than one hatchling out of it, as opposed to the smaller cocoons. So I'm going to be putting 100 red wigglers in each of these bins. So I'm going to be moistening down all of them. They're going to be getting food scraps, but what I don't want is to have shredded paper as the bedding, because these 10 bins, the purpose of them is for me to be able to harvest cocoons. So if I use shredded paper, it will make it more difficult for me to find the cocoons, whereas with this refined material I can always unpick them, or I could sift through it. So let's put these guys in one little corner here. They will spread out as they see the need to. I'm not going to be feeding the bin today. I'm just going to let them get accustomed to the material that is in there. The compost will serve as food for them. Now I did not inoculate these bins. So while I was at the dollar store, I noticed this. So I don't know if it is going to be able to sift the cocoons out, but that is what I am hoping. So we will see. If it does work, then that would be awesome. I would have to get myself a few more just in case something goes wrong with this one. And you know how dollar stores are. One moment you go there and you see a product, you go back another time and it's gone for good. So I'd get myself a few of them if I test this and find that it works. So the purpose of these 10 bins is just so that I can harvest cocoons easily without having to go through threaded papers or without having to go through castings that I have sifted, because with these bins the whole purpose of it is just for the cocoons. So yes, if I'm able to, I would be harvesting cocoons from my sifted castings, but these focus specifically on cocoons, which makes it easier. So what I'm going to be doing is allow 3 weeks and not 6 weeks for the worms to be in each of these bins. And then after 3 weeks, I'll be harvesting 4 cocoons. And after that, every week. So for now, the initial stage, every 3 weeks, well, the first 3 weeks, I'll look for cocoons. And then every week after that, I will try to harvest cocoons from it. So if you enjoy this video and you'd like to see more updates on what I'm doing and you'd want to learn more worm tricks, then please take a moment to give me a thumbs up. You can leave a comment in the section below. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe and turn on your notification for more updates like these. Thank you so much for watching and have yourself a wonderful day. Yeah man, time for grow.